Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is RimWorld. We are back at the Hussar and Highmate colony, and as you can see, we've got a Thrumbo carrying a camel. This is nature in action right here, guys. The natural world in all its glory. And there's a cat right there. Hello, kitty. Anyway, the colony is recovering slowly. We're still mourning the death of Cinderman, one of the greatest heroes here. Shepard is he's our main operation, or main surgeon, I guess I should call him, and he's recovering from a very lucky install of some bionic eyes by Clarissa, who is shaping up to be our second best medical person here. We can see our medical skill, 13.4. But most importantly, guys, we've had an addition of some new mods to the game. So that's right, I added two new ones, and they're both so hopefully going to make things more challenging since we're essentially in the end game. Even though I still don't have like a whole lot of fighters, so we have one less too, most as of Cinderman's death. But I feel like the colony needs a challenge. You know, everything we're getting, these mech raids and stuff, they're just, more annoying than anything else. And yes, sometimes I make mistakes and get my colonists killed, but, if it wasn't for my own blunders, I think Cinderman would still be alive, and we would still have many of the colonists that we don't have currently. But so anyway, the mods I've installed are the Forsaken mod, which adds a brand new faction to the game. In fact, it asked me at the start when I first loaded up if I wanted to put some settlements down. What was that? Critical alert. Oh, extreme break risk. Who cares? So I'm wondering if there are some Forsaken there's one right there. No, that's a pirates district. Or is that? I don't know. Oh, well, it's not very descriptive down here, is it? It is hostile, but let's check our factions tab. Yeah, this is definitely the Forsaken Syndicate. Okay. So that is a Forsaken settlement, and we see that they're hostile, I guess. So are they permanently hostile? I assume so. Normally, if it's like that, it would be negative 100, so that's interesting. It makes me think maybe we can change our influence with them. But, well, the whole point of installing them is that, for the extra challenge. And the second raid doesn't add a faction. It's called Dire Raid. So anybody who's unfamiliar with that one, the mod itself, you'll get occasionally a Dire Raid towards mid to late game, and it's just like a more difficult raid than you would normally get, of that same type. So, like I said, add a little bit extra challenge, and I will add links to those down below. So if you're interested in if you're playing along with the mod pack that I've got here with the Hussar and Highmate, and you want to add that on there should be a link down below. But there are fun mods for late game. I've played against Forsakens before. I normally don't add exotic factions like that because I kind of like to stick with more or less vanilla guns and weaponry. I mean, I've played many playthroughs in my own personal time where you have souped up like exotic alien tech weapons and stuff, and it makes it interesting for sure. And if you're a weapons person, then go for it. But like I said, for me, I've settled on the fact that the normal SMG and vanilla stuff is pretty good, and the vanilla expanded weapons too are not bad either. Now let's see what else is going on more specifically. Well, I guess that's really it. We're working on our final platform up here, trying to get this is going to be like the restaurant. We'll have a cash register here, some gorgeous, I don't know, maybe some silver tables, since we're pretty wealthy. And speaking of which, let's check on our contracts. Oh yeah, these contracts, look at Shepard with his bionic eyes. You look creepy, buddy. But yeah, let's call the contracts here. This is, of course, the Vanilla Expanded Trading Terminal right here. Very good. Oh, what do we got here? One synthetic lung for 6,200. Oh, it's only a 107% markup. That's not that great. But maybe if we just scroll through here slowly and look, there might be something we can do. Some of these are just like outrageous. I guess I could butcher every Thrumbo I've got and get that much Thrumbo fur, but I'm not doing that. Yeah. One mech commander helmet. I don't think I have the mech research for that. Plus, this is less than 100% markup, so forget about that. But now, no luck here. That's okay, though. We've still got over 10,000 silver and a heck of a lot of trade goods. Well, I hope we got some trade goods here. We've definitely got some leathers. In fact, I need to take a quick stockpile check Oh yeah, we got some decent bear scan. Oh, that's right. We had two animal, like insane animal attacks and back to back, and they're both grizzly bears. So that was pretty fortunate actually. Ah, and this is the gentleman we saved. He was one of the Imperials that we called in, I believe. No, he was a tribal. That's right. Oh man, we had amazing tribal support in the last episode, and he was one of the 160 plus tribals that showed up to help out. So we're welcome, my friend. Do you have anything we can buy? I'm trying to trade with my guests as much as possible so that we give them, yeah, let's trade with them. Give them a little bit of silver so they can carry that around in their pocket, maybe buy a cowboy hat in our shop or something, but what is wrong with Shepard? Oh, I think he's still woozy. Oh boy, we've got two more pregnancies. Belle is pregnant, and I got a notification earlier that Sass was pregnant too. So we've got a couple back to back. They're both young. I think Belle, yeah, she's 16. Who is she with? Arslan, and Sass is married to Buddy, our production specialist, so that'll be interesting to see. But I was just over here looking at our little shop, checking out some of the goods we've got for sale, hoping to see, I don't know how many guests we've got. Oh, we just have the one guy, so yeah, he's not going to be buying much, but you can see, don't pay attention to the color. I'm still experimenting with different colors, see what I like, but right now we're kind of having a little rainbow action going on. But we've got everything from drugs and weapons down here to chocolate and more weapons. So we're looking pretty good, pretty stocked. Now, the problem is some of these shirts and clothing, it's like Thrumbo Wool Toque Masterwork. This dude right here is worth 570 silver. So you don't see a lot of guests that are that wealthy, which is the reason I've made such an emphasis on trading with these jokers whenever they show up, because they do come with a lot of different variety of like trade goods. I've even got some Luciferium recently, so that's been really helpful. But anyway, I'm hoping we get more and more guests. That's one mod I should probably look for, see if there's some way to increase the guest like visits or the number. I don't know. I was hoping if we just built a large enough, accommodation, they would show up. Like Kevin Costner says, if you build it, they will come. Well, so one of the other mods that I've recently installed, I did it a couple episodes ago, but was the Call Trade Ships mod. So I was thinking we're still in the market for some mech resurrector serums or even some healer mech serums, whatever they're called. I'm looking for all the mech serums, guys. So I was wondering, thinking about what kind of traders might have exotic goods, might be my best bet. I might try an Imperial trader too. Let's just call in the exotic goods, but it's going to take Angel a moment. It always queues up the order instead of doing it immediately, but it will still eventually happen. We'll get the notification for an exotic goods trader as soon as she's done playing around with the comms console itself. But it's extremely good mod. It just kind of breaks the economy, but I mean, one thing I've realized with some of these extremely lucrative contracts, I mean, it kind of breaks the economy too, and it's frustrating having, like, at times I've had close to 100,000 silver and nothing to do with it, just sitting around waiting on Randy to be gracious enough to send me a trader. So that's not acceptable, not at all. Oh boy, well, one pawn is killed, and I'm talking about Cinderman, of course, and another one comes out of the growth chamber. So we've got Gene Strong here. His birthday is today. He is 18. I had him in the hospital down here when getting through those awkward teenage years, so to speak. He was in the growth vat, just like our friend here, Prissy. And this now, he is fully capable of combat, romance, all the good stuff we adults can partake in. Drugs, too, so he can use his go juice. Now the question is, should we go ahead and get him addicted to Luciferium? I mean, we've got one person, I believe. Is it Arslan? I can't remember. I think one of these jokers is addicted to it, but anyway, it's not important who. What's important, I could check like this too. Go to my assign tab. There it is. It's Wrench. Oh, yeah, it's Wrench. So the important thing is Cinderman was a Lucy addict, so I think it's only right Gene here is replacing I think his uncle, maybe his father. We'll have to check and see. Yeah, he's definitely in some way related to Cinnamon, though, most likely. So, Gene, my friend, you also get to inherit your father's drug addiction. Where are you? Oh, I've got you. I should just highlight you. Hit the assign tab. There he is. So we've got a nice little drug policy already set, and essentially it's the same as everybody else's, except I added take luciferium once every 5 days. Boom, basically. So now we can just sit back and watch our friend make the lifelong commitment to the devil's candy, as some people like to say. There it is. I call it, it looks delicious, honestly. Cinnamon candy, I love that stuff. All right, apparently he's got other business, but he will. There it is. Boom, luciferium addiction. They play the bad noise like it's a negative thing. This is good in all situations. The only situation that would be bad is if this were to get destroyed. And I've been kind of nervous sitting here looking at it for the past several episodes. So I'm going to set up some sort of little nook or something we can store this in. Maybe it's going to be ugly if I do it there. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But I don't just like to have the luciferium sitting on the ground in my stockpile where Drop Pod Raid could come and destroy it. Oh yeah, there it is. The legendary bearskin cowboy hat produced by our very own buddy. And of course he just dropped it right on the floor. Our trusty Thrumbo has come and picked it up though. Oh, look at it. There it is. How much is that sucker worth? A cool 395 silvers. So that's not bad. Somebody could probably afford that. No guests yet, but I did set up a little stash here for the Lucy. And I know what you're thinking. It might be a little excessive, a little thick here. I've got the actual fire foam popper in there with the shell. Of course, it's not built yet, but it is on the outer wall, essentially. I mean, it's right next to my embrasure, so I think we're going to be safe. As I recall, too, I did keep some... I had a couple of the smaller nuclear power plants. I guess I could just show you those. I kept those there for a long time, and they were safe the entire time. I don't think that wall has ever been touched. But anyway, so yeah, we had a couple of these nestled in there for a long time. So that's a good spot for the Lucy. Like I said, it's just good to get it out of there. I think, in fact, I don't know if they've changed this in the different versions of the game since I played the old days, but it used to be animals could come in and just like drink or eat drugs that were laying around the stockpile if you had access, if they were allowed to. And the thrombos certainly are allowed in the stockpile, so I want to get that out of there. Even if, like I said, that's not the case, it's still, there's many other reasons to get them out of there too. You never know, somebody could go on a luciferium binge or something. Well, taking a look at that exotic goods trader that we just called, they've got a death rest capacity serum, but no other kind of serums, unfortunately. And this is actually not one I want. I'm not interested in creating a sanguiphage, although they are very cool, and I like them a lot. So I'm going to try and hold off on buying too much stuff. I'll sell them some of the junk we're carrying. I should probably grab a couple of lances for sure, but like I said, I'd like to keep most of our silver just in case somebody does show up who's got some serums that I might want to purchase. But there's a few things. I mean, the exotic good, it's always hard not to resist purchasing just all the cool stuff they've got. Let's see, synthetic stomach, gastroanalyzer. Yeah, luckily they don't have much really that's tempting me here, so that'll be okay. Like I said, I'm gonna go through and maybe sell them something. No, honestly, I'll just take the hit for the psychic lances here. It's worth 3,000 silver, no doubt about it. Those things have been a godsend. They have helped just as much as the thrombos. The thrombos have been amazing, but I mean, it's you cannot deny just how useful having insanity and shock lances around is. So I like to keep stocked up on those for sure. Oh, so we just got a pretty simple little quest here. They just want us to guard 4 Arctic foxes for 25 days, and they have blood rot, so we'll have to keep that under control, but doesn't say anything about, like, mechs following them or pirates on their tail, so I'm just going to accept it for the honor. I've got plenty... Oh, this is the side trainer for Manhunter Pulse. That's not bad, actually, but definitely don't want the high pieces. Yeah, we'll go with honor. We've been using it to reduce the cooldown on our, the different permits that we've got selected and stuff. So, all right, we got to take good care of these foxes. I think we'll be in safe hands. In fact, I was just on my animals tab here, and we've got a few new Thrumbo babies. We got 3. One of them was just born. 2 of them are still, barely trained at all. So it's good and bad. I love having the Thrumbos. They're amazing fighters. And as I've mentioned several times, they basically saved this colony more than once, more than 10 times. But they also eat an incredible amount. So it's hard keeping up with them. Nonetheless, what do we got here? We got some birds. Oh, these are the foxes here. I was like, why do we have named animals? Those are the foxes. So we got to put them in the barn for sure. But I'm thinking we might go through and, I don't know, butcher up some of the yaks? I don't know. It's not a big deal keeping them around. I mean, they basically starve for majority of the year. There's like no food in the barn whatsoever. So it probably would help to have a few less animals. I don't really need these. Slaughter them. I've just been keeping them around in case we want to do some more exotic cooking with cheeses and eggs and stuff like that, which I would like to get to at some point. But as I said, if we're going to be keeping foxes here for a quest, I wouldn't want to fail it because the foxes starved to death. That would look pretty bad on me. Okay, well, I was thinking about Gene up here, who we just recently addicted to the Lucy, and I was looking at his gear, realized he's got a pretty crummy weapon, so that's not acceptable to me. His mace is okay. I like that he picked up the uranium mace. That's good, but I've got Buddy ordered to make 4 charge rifles, so we're going all out. I'm going to use up the remaining advanced components. We can always make more and stuff. That's not a big deal. In fact, after he's done with these weapons, he'll probably need to go through a round of components. And I'll probably have him make some advanced components too at that point. But right now, I've got my fingers crossed, really hoping he pumps out a legendary or 2. Or 4, that would be even better. But I don't think we have a single legendary. Oh, we do. We have 1 legendary charge rifle. That's beautiful. Who's got that right now? Our boy Arslan. Yeah, the pirate Arslan. But there was also, I noticed another legendary weapon. That's an assault rifle. Who's got that? Oh, the Morgan. Yes, so there they are, the 2 deadliest fighters in the colony. Actually, no joke, they are pretty darn good fighters. But poor Kate, she's non-violent, although she loves life. She's sanguine, quick sleeper, good pawn all around here. We've got a really solid colony. I got to tell you, the ability to breed your Highmates and Hussars has turned out pretty well, even though majority of our colony is just like dead weight when it comes to fighting, this entire group here. But once the kids grow up, that's going to be a different story. In fact, how about we go through some of these ages right now? Let's just see what we're looking at. And I'm really only concerned with the ones who can fight. They should all have weapons too if they are capable of combat. So it's kind of just this little middle group here we're looking at. But Athena is 7 and 40 days. Okay, I'm going to use the hotkeys down here, which are the period and comma keys, or it's the arrow keys too. But not typically referred to it as an arrow. But anyway, so we're looking at Athena and 12 years and 4 days. So Killer is definitely going to be going into the growth vat when he turns 13, no doubt about that. That, like I said, will help us get through those teenage years real fast, make him a full-fledged adult. Mr. P, 10 years and 59 days. Oh, he's got a birthday tomorrow. I think that's how that works. And AIM, 10 years, 52 days. Not bad. We've got a few of them that are just three years away or so, right? 9 and 41 days. Okay. Arthas, 6 and 48. Okay, the Ice King. He came to me and wanted his colors changed. So I set him to his favorite colors, and they just happen to be ice blue. All right, let's go for Gita. She's our last violent capable kid, and she's at 5 years and 17 days. So just gives you an idea of, how much longer. Now, I could obviously throw him in at any point in the growth vat, but I want them to have the best growth events possible. So at age 13, that's when they get their last little event that you get to choose the traits and the stuff for. So that's when they get popped into the growth vats, is 13 and older. Oh boy, Randy just threw a solar flare at us, and in fact we've got a magnetic shield. So this is protect the colony's electronics against electromagnetic interference, including those caused by solar flares. And this is a pretty sweet little mod. RT solar flare. That's all it adds. It's just this one. It's part of the research tree. And boom, there it is. EMI shielding for 1,000 research points. Now, the real hard part is keeping up with the electricity. We've got 2 nuclear power generators here. Here's our battery stash. And in fact, just recently, I was designing a secondary power room over here on this edge. So I've got a couple more laid out. I don't know when we might need them now. This is actually, and of course I've got some more batteries. I was going to hook these up to a switch. So this is kind of like a true backup. You know, it's going to be disconnected from the main power infrastructure altogether unless I hit the switch. So like in this situation right now, if I had these already built and full of power, we could have flicked the switch and we'd have even more power to be working with. But so let's see, let's monitor our batteries and just watch. Oh yeah, you can see it draining pretty quick, and that's literally because this thing is spinning up right now. Yeah, normally it's not going to draw that much power unless there's an active solar flare. So, and of course if we run out, then it's just like the solar flare clicks in and the colony goes down, all electronics are nullified. So it's a pretty important system, and like I said, I think we might actually need at least one more. I don't need to build both of those at the same time. I just like to set them up so I know what I want, how I want to set, lay it out and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to monitor. If it gets down to the very bottom, I'll show you guys. I'll let you know when this solar flare ends here. Oh no. I was hoping I would get the notification saying solar flare is over, but nope, there it goes. Full battery drain. So this thing is going to power down now, and the colony, yep, there it is, going into blackout mode, unfortunately. Oh boy, this is of course the most important area now. And here too, I mean, this thing's loading up with some serious toxic waste packs. So, oh great, Randy just threw a mad rat at me. Thanks, jerk. But no, nonetheless, I think we'll be okay. I'm not too worried about it. If we lose a little bit of food, that's totally fine. The tox packs would suck, but at the same time, I could just come in here and probably build some tox pumps, just repackage the pollution and freeze it again. So we'll be okay. Oh boy, we just got some tribal guests. And I was looking through the gear that they brought with them. They bring some fairly decent stuff to trade here. So, and also I can get their pemmican from them too, which I'll probably do. I'm going to buy it and just sell it back to them at a discount too. In fact, we're giving pemmican away for free, but that's just how it is. When you're a guest here at our colony, you get the royal treatment. So you can see that they don't bring much silver with them. This isn't even enough to like rent out the royal beds that I've got built. So I'd like to, what I've been doing, as I mentioned, is trading with them. Oh, look at that, a standard subcore. Even tribals have subcores apparently. But now what I've been doing is trying to intercept them. And so I'm going to wait for them to get inside the walls. Then I'm going to send like 4 or 5 people over here to trade with them individually. And that way, before they get to the actual beds, maybe some of them with their extra silver that I'm going to give them will come and rent some of these. In fact, should we turn it up? Let's see, if we go to 150. The attractiveness is still at 83 there. Set this one up. I wonder what some of these are at. I never pay attention to the attractiveness. Oh, see, I could set this much higher. Some of these, at least. But anyway, we're focused on the royal beds. Let's not get distracted here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to set these a little higher. So that's 150 silver. And as you saw, they come in here stacked with some pretty decent items. So let's do some trade and see how that goes. Okay, well, you can see we did some trading. I grabbed just whatever I could, just gave them the straight up silver. So some of them I didn't get to. One of the people I tried to trade with didn't have anything, so that was interesting. But some of them are loaded now with some serious silver on them. He's got 500. But 483. So I just want to watch them. I love watching them. Looks like the bulk of them are going down here to the bunkhouse, which is fine. Or where are they going? Oh, no, they're coming down here. Interesting. What are they doing? Moving. moving? It's not showing me, but well, I'll just keep an eye on them. I hope they're not here to infiltrate and like go on a revolt. Oh, of course they're going straight for the prison. What? What? Why? That is the weirdest thing. The prisoners love to go into, or I'm sorry, the visitors love to go into the prison. It baffles me. I don't understand that. Oh, well, despite the brownouts here, we did have Biama, come on over and rent one of the royals. There you go. What's your personality? Tough? Yeah, you deserve it, 38-year-old. Let's go. I love to see it. So that's the only one I'm pretty... No. Oh, Bicar rented it. She just didn't. She's not sleeping in it yet. But the rest of them are over here. I'm going to watch my little shop very closely. See if anybody comes in and makes any purchases or anything. Well, looks like they're certainly buying pemmican and beer too. And it's interesting because I've got the vending machine set to free, but they will still pay for pemmican when they buy it in large quantities. But it should be set to free. Anyway, the beer is not for free, so that's good they're paying for that. And it is in a refrigerated area. Oh, here comes a dude. What are you going to get? What are you looking at there, buddy? Is he going for the chocolate? Checking out chocolate. Nice. Yeah, that's a popular item. I can tell you what, beer and chocolate. I mean, these pawns are just like me. But, yeah, so in fact, what I've done is you can see, oh, you little jerk. This mofo is eating my cocoa trees. You know, I've got these thrombos set to a specific zone right now, or I should at least. Yeah, some of them, at least the ones that aren't little babies. Yeah, they're set to this thrombo zone, which precludes them from going in here or in here. But now I realize I need to adjust it even further because they're coming over here and eating my chocolate. So yeah, I've got this whole area, even though the soil's not very good, I just figured, hey, I'm just going to use it. You know, our agrihans, they're robots. I don't care. So anyway, but I do care about our thrombos eating this. So I'm going to come into my clear allowed area, and this is the thrombo. So it's going to be a little tedious here, but I'm definitely going to restrict them from coming anywhere near these chocolate trees. Well, update on old buddy here. He has not produced a single legendary or masterwork charge rifle yet. They're both excellent quality. All three of them. I thought there was a third one somewhere. Yeah, he's only got one left to build, so this is it. This is his last chance to give... Oh, he's going to take a break. Where are you going, man? Oh, yeah, he's drinking some rum. Hey, maybe that's why he's not producing good quality stuff. He's getting wasted beforehand. Oh, yeah, he's got a small alcohol tolerance. Well, at least he's not a raging alcoholic. He's full on food. You know what? Let's just go the full 9 yards. Go ahead and inject yourself, bud. Let's get this thing done. No. I'm going to lock you to that table until you finish, sir. But it really shouldn't be too much longer. We've got scientist cabinet, the mechanics cabinet, the improved cabinet, and a tool cabinet. So we're doing real good. This one increases speed factor by 30, and then I believe these all stack. They're all part of the same mod, these three are. But they get pretty expensive. This scientist cabinet right here, to place this sucker, what is it? Oh, here, I'm sorry, you probably saw the list right there. Yeah, 300 steel, an advanced component, 5 regular components, some uranium, some plasteel. So I should probably put one of these down in here too, though. This also comes with that same mod. It's just the more linkables mod is what it's called, but this is explicitly for research factor too. It's advanced multi-analyzer, but nonetheless, let's give him a moment and just see what he can do. Oh boy, no notification. What is it, buddy? I think what did he just do? Oh, he put it on the shelf. Yeah, just a couple of excellent ones. There's another excellent one. So it's a shame he can turn out legendary cowboy hats left and right, but I tell you what, it's not the end of the world because an excellent charge rifle is still way better than a normal SMG. You know what I'm saying? And of course, as the kids grow up too, we'll just assign the other 3 or 4, whatever we've got. So it's not a total waste. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have made them, if all I cared about was legendary. In other words, I'm trying to reassure you, buddy, that I still love you no matter what. But, well, I tell you, I was hoping we would be able to use some of those charge rifles on a brand new raid, maybe a Forsaken Dire raid, but nothing's come along just yet. So hopefully in the next episode, we will encounter something a bit more challenging than we're used to. I'm certainly excited to see what we can, what Randy can come up with next, especially with the new mods he's got to work with. So I really hope you guys are enjoying the series. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Also, if you're interested in donating to my Patreon account and help support my work here on YouTube, you can do that for as little as $2 a month. There's a link in the description below. It means a lot to me, guys, and you do get access to the uploaded content there, as well as a private Discord server. You can share your thoughts with me on the series or any game recommendations, things like that, or just a general chat. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next one.